All right, so the engine went in, and here's what I learned. Well, one, probably best just to drop the muffler, take the muffler off next time I got to do this. I've already test fit it. The muffler will go back in without too much difficulty. I'll probably have to wheedle some stuff around, but it shouldn't be too bad. Number two, this seal is one pain in the ass to work around. The videos I've watched, particularly the video from J-Bugs, just makes it look so simple that you can just pop this engine in. The seal is not a problem. Wrong answer. It's going to fight you the entire way. And in my case, the number one bad video, or bad light, the number one, number two side were particularly a pain in the ass. So I ended up putting the seal back in before I loaded the engine up, and then went ahead and gave it a whirl, and it fought me the entire way. Let's see, it's number two. Number three, it was particularly difficult to get the transmission shaft to engage with the clutch. I rotated the crank starting at top dead center. I rotated the crank a degree or two left or right. Seemed like I was just there, but it just would not budge. I don't know what it was, but it took me about 2 hours just to realize that this thing was stuck on something. And it turned out that the heater box down here, right there, you could see right up in here where my finger is pointing, right there, that bent piece of metal there, that thing was holding up the progress of the engine going forward. So I had to bend that out of the way, pop the spring off. I'll go ahead and get that all back together again later. Shouldn't be too hard, but once I got that out of the way, that gave me a little more room to move. And then it was just a matter of wiggling the hell out of it and pushing and shoving. And finally, it just popped in. I don't know what happened, but it just sort of just gave up, I guess. And then it went. But nevertheless, there it is. Top end rebuild on Betty 1600 engine. The engine now installed. Of course, it's in more pieces than it was the other day, but at least it is in and bolted in. Oh yeah, number four, this aftermarket backboard here, this tarboard stuff, I should have checked. I guess that's a terrible view here, but right down in there, behind that pencil, which is plugging a fuel line, is the third mount bolt that holds the engine in place. I'll have to drop the car back down tomorrow. I'm gonna remove that back tin, and unfortunately the doghouse air cooler assembly, at least the cover, get it all out of the way so I can locate that bolt and then bolt it in place and torque it. And then I can put it all back together and I can really begin the reassembly here and test run. Another video will probably be coming in a day or so on the carburetor. I got a new carb today, and we're gonna line up all the carbs and talk about how crappy they were, except for the new one, I hope. So until then, thanks for watching.